Morning, everybody. Hello, good morning. Somebody is playing music. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Everybody's video is almost everybody's video is off. Almost everybody's. Let me see your faces at least. Because today you are going to get your result, no? Must be very happy. No, not your result. No, yeah, your 12th class. No, that is for the students of class 11. All right. You are safe. Hope everyone is fine. Shall I begin the class? Number of students are 35. Right. All right, please open the textbook page number 171. Today we are going to see the conditional sentences. I don't know, is enjoying coffee, tea, or water? I don't know. One side water and another side coffee, I suppose. Okay, fine. Let us begin the conditional sentences on page number 171. Please open page number 171. All right. When we want to talk about a possible or not possible situation and its consequences, you use a conditional clause. Once again, when you want to talk about a possible, we are uncertain about something is possible to happen, may or may not happen. We are uncertain about that, a doubtful situation, and such kind of situation as well as its consequence. We are doubtful about the situation and its consequences. Such kind of situations we use conditional clause. Sentences having conditional clauses are called the conditional sentences. Conditional sentences are the sentences. Please wait for a while. 1 second, please. Students, please give me 1 second, because 1 minute, because I have to send a message to in the broadcast group of class 11, very urgent message. So I'm sorry, just for 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Only a message to be typed. That's all. Remain here itself. Okay, fine. Let us begin now once again. So we are talking about the conditional sentences. Conditional sentence, we already know that we are in a doubtful situation, whether something is possible, whether something is going to be fulfilled, as well as its consequences, we are uncertain about. That's the time we make use of the conditional sentences. A conditional sentence has an if clause, that is a conditional clause. For example, if the weather is fine, it can be if, it can be unless, it can be even if, it can be in case, etc. Okay, you can make use of unless, even if, in case, etc. These are the words, normal words by which a conditional sentence begins. Once again, let us move on. A conditional sentence has an if clause. For example, if the weather is fine, if the weather is fine, and the main clause, a conditional clause and a main clause. The main clause is, then we will play the match. Then we will play the match, which brings out the complete meaning in itself. Therefore, that is the main clause. We have the conditional clause. Conditional clause is always a subordinate clause. Conditional clause is always the subordinate clause. For example, if the weather is fine, the meaning is totally not fulfilled at all, not complete at all. Therefore, we call it as a condition. If the weather is okay, if the weather is fine, the condition, then we will play the match. The if clause, that is a conditional clause, usually comes first, but it can also come after the main clause. Normally speaking, if clause comes first, and after that the main clause is. But it can be in the other way as well. There is no rule like that. In the normal cases, what we see is the if clause is in the beginning and the main clause is placed after the conditional clause, after the if clause. For example, if the weather is fine, they will play the match. If the weather is fine, comma, they will play the match. The same sentence can be written, they will play the match if the weather is fine. Both the ways the sentences are accepted. Both the sentences are accepted. But normally what we see is if clause is first, then the main clause comes. But that is not compulsory that it has to be strictly followed as it is. But one point you must have observed there, when if clause is first, comma is placed. We have already learned the rule. When the subordinate clause comes before the main clause in the complex sentence, comma is mandatory there. In order to separate both the clauses, a comma is compulsory, that it is mandatory to use the comma in order to separate the subordinate clause from the main clause. Condition is when the subordinate clause comes before the main clause. Once again, if the weather is fine, comma is placed there, they will play the match. Whereas when we come across the next sentence, they will play the match if the weather is fine, comma is not used there at all, because the main clause came before the subordinate clause. If the main clause comes before the subordinate clause, comma is not required at all. Whereas when subordinate clause comes before the main clause, we are talking about the complex sentences. Only in the complex sentence, we have main clause as well as the subordinate clause. So that is what is explained there. A comma is normally used. It is not normally used, it is mandatory. It is compulsory. You have to make use of the comma to separate the subordinate clause from the main clause if the subordinate clause comes before the main. The comma is normally used after the clause when the if clause comes first. So there are three types of conditional clauses. Now, very important point that we are going to see over here, that is three types of conditional sentences. First, we saw the definition of a conditional sentence. What a conditional sentence is. When you want to talk about a possible situation, possible as well as not possible, such a kind of situation, as well as its consequences, you use the conditional sentences. Now, conditional clauses are of three kinds. Let's see the three kinds of conditional clauses. The first one is open conditional clause. We are coming across over here three kinds of conditional sentences, three kinds of conditional clauses. If a sentence contains a conditional clause, that sentence is a conditional sentence. All right. So they are of three kinds. The first one is open condition, second one is hypothetical, and the third one is conditional clauses with the unfulfilled conditions in the past. Conditional clauses of unfulfilled conditions in the past. We will go through one by one. Let us move on to the first part, open conditional clause. I ask you excuse for one more second. Okay, I'm back. Once again, let's see open conditional clauses. So we are going to see three kinds of conditional sentences. The first one is open conditional sentences. Let's see what it is. Conditional clauses of type 1, we call it type 1, type 2 and type 3. Type 1 is open conditional clauses, type 2 is hypothetical, and type 3 is conditional clauses with the unfulfilled conditions in the past. These are the three kinds of conditional clauses. We call it conditional clause of type 1, type 2 and type 3. Now we are first going through the conditional sentences of type 1, which means open conditional clauses. Conditional clauses type 1 contain a condition that may or may not be fulfilled. There is a possibility of condition to be fulfilled. In the same way, there is a possibility of the condition not being fulfilled. Such kind of conditional clauses are called. You will be more clear of it. You will be clearer of it as we proceed to the second as well as the third one. So a condition that may or may not be fulfilled. In a clause of this type, there is no indication whether the condition is likely to be fulfilled or not. Here we do not know whether condition is going to be fulfilled. Whether the condition will be fulfilled or it will not be fulfilled, we are uncertain about that. Such kind of conditional clauses are called open conditional clauses. Once again, let's see. They are known as open conditional clauses or factual conditional clauses. They are also called the factual conditional clauses. Factual conditional clauses as well as the open conditional clauses are one and the same. Once again, let's see. We are coming here across three kinds of conditional sentences. We are moving on to conditional sentence of type 1, which is known as open conditional clause or the factual conditional clause, where we do not know whether the condition is going to be fulfilled or it is not going to be fulfilled. We are uncertain about that. Such kind of conditional sentences are called open conditional sentences, open conditional clauses. Let us move on. You will be clear of as we proceed through the example. If you will call me, I shall come to you. I am uncertain whether you are going to call me. You may call or you may not call me. That is why we are uncertain about. But one thing is certain, if you call, I shall come to you. If you call me, I shall come to you. So conditional clause, let us look into the conditional clause alone, not about the main clause we are talking here about. Here, the condition may happen or may not happen. You may call or you may not call. Such kind of conditional sentences are called open conditional clause. A condition which may be fulfilled or may not be fulfilled. It is an open choice. Perhaps you will call me or perhaps you will not call me. There is a possibility of being called. At the same time, there is a possibility that you may not call you. There is possibility of both. That is what we saw in the definition. It contains a condition that may or may not be fulfilled. Condition may be fulfilled, condition may not be fulfilled. Such kind of conditional sentences are called open conditional sentences. Then it's an open conditional, open future condition in the sentence given above. Okay, future tense is used. If you call me, I shall come. I shall come to you. So it is an open future condition in the sentence given above. The verb in the conditional clause, that is, if you call is the verb used there in the conditional statement, is in the present tense. A point to be observed here is conditional sentence verb is in the present tense, and the verb in the main clause, that is I shall come, is in the future tense. That is what we have observed there. Verb in the conditional sentence is in present tense, whereas verb used in the main clause is in the future tense. See a few more examples that are given over there. If I have time, how present tense is used there? I shall come to your home. I shall come. Please remember what we observe over here in the open conditional sentences. Mostly what we come across over here is verb in the if clause. Verb that is used in the if clause. If clause in the sense of the conditional clause. That is in the present tense, whereas verb used in the main clause is in the future tense. You will not get there unless you hurry up. Unless you hurry up. There, the tense is in present tense. Conditional sentence is in present tense. Whereas the main clause is you will not get there. That's the main clause. You will not. Future tense is used there in the main clause. And in bracket, if not, no. If you do not hurry up, no, you will not get there if you do not hurry up. I shall take an umbrella in case it rains. I shall take an umbrella in case or if it rains. Conditional sentences we see if it rains, present tense is used there. Whereas in the main clause we see that I shall take the umbrella in case it rains. If I drop the class, I might break. If you are weak, you ought to eat well. If it rains, I will not go there. From the examples given above, a few examples given over there, it is seen that open conditional sentence have the following pattern. So we are going to see the pattern of open conditional sentences. That is what is given over there in the bracket in the next page. First, we see the conditional clause. Conditional clause, if, unless, in case, even if. That is what the conditional words are used there. Then immediately after that, tense. Tense is in a present simple. Normally, simple present tense is used there. Then we move on to the main clause. We see can, will, shall, may, might, must, needing, ought to, should be able to. All these forms of the verb is used in the main clause. Plus the base form of the verb. That is what the rule to be followed. First, we saw the conditional sentence. The words of conditional words are if, unless, in case, even if, etc. Plus verb in the present tense, normally in the simple present. After that, we are coming to the main clause. When we come to the main clause, the verbal form that is used is can, will, shall, may, might, must, need, needing, might, ought, should, etc. Plus the base form of the verb. We'll come across a few more examples. When you talk about a common occurrence, at the same time, certain points to be observed. We saw normally what happened. Okay, that is what we have come across with the examples given over there. The first example we saw, if the weather is fine, is. With the if condition, we make use of the simple present tense. And to the main clause, we make use of the future indication. That is what we have already come across previous examples. But there are exceptions to it. That is what we are coming now. When you talk about a common occurrence means things commonly happens. You use the simple present tense or the present continuous tense in the conditional clause and in the main clause. If it is an incident which occur commonly, both the places we make use of the present tense. That is what we are coming across over there. You use the simple present tense or present continuous tense in the conditional clause and also in the main clause. Rule we studied, main clause you will be making use of future tense. But if it is a common occurrence, for example, if the man smiles at me, I feel happy. If the man smiles at me, that is what common occurrence. When somebody smiles, normally we feel happy about. When somebody stares at you, you feel unhappy about, or you may be little bit unhappy with that. So when somebody smiles, normally what we do, I feel happy. So that is normally the common occurrences are. That is what commonly happens. In that case, come to the example given there. If a man smiles at me, I feel happy. Both the places we have made use of a present tense. In the main clause as well as in the subordinate clause. Conditional clause as well as in the main clause, we have made use of a simple present tense in the example which we have just come across. Let's see one more example. If the tap is leaking, continuous tense is used here. If the tap is leaking, it needs a new washer. The washer has to be changed if the tap is leaking. So we have made use of continuous tense as well as a simple present tense. So both the places present tense is used if it is a common occurrence. The normal case what we have seen is simple present tense is used with the conditional sentence, that is a subordinate clause. Whereas with the main clause, we make use of the future tense. That is what normally we come across. But if it is a common occurrence, as we have already seen, if the man smiles at me, I feel happy. Both the places in the main clause as well as in the subordinate clause. The main clause as well as with the conditional clause, both the places we make use of the present tense, either simple present or present continuous tense. You can also use will in an if clause when you make a request. Suppose you are making a request, a polite way of asking something, you can make use of a will or shall for that. That is what we come across. If you will just wait for a moment, that is a request being made. See, we have already seen that in the conditional clause, with the if clause, we make use of the present tense. That is what we have come so far. But there are certain exceptions to it. Suppose you are making a request. In that case, even in the conditional clause, you can make use of the future form of the tense, future form of the verb. If you will just wait a moment, I will fetch you the file. You can use the modal verbs. That's what we have already seen. The modal verbs like can, may, might, must, should, ought, etc. in the main clause. That is what, if you need an umbrella, I can get you one. I can. Modal verb is used here. I can. If you are going for a picnic, you should take your purse. Should is used. Modal verb is used. So that way also you can construct the sentences. Once again, in nutshell, we will see what open conditional clauses are. Open conditional clause means a condition which may or may not be fulfilled. We are uncertain about that. There is possibility of the condition being fulfilled. There is possibility of the condition not being fulfilled. Where the pattern of the verb is, normally speaking, we find simple present tense that is used with the conditional sentence. With the if clause or the conditional clause, we make use of simple present. Whereas we make use of the future form of the verb in the main clause. That is what normally we make use of. At the same time, we come across if an incident which is a common occurrence, almost always taking place, commonly happens. Such kind of examples, we saw that both the places, either simple present or present continuous can be used. Present tense, simple present can be used with related to the conditional clause as well as the main clause. Present continuous can be used in conditional clause as well as in the main clause. We have come across the examples there. Then we came to the next point, that is when you make a formal request. Even with the conditional sentence, you will be making use of future. That is will. That is in order to indicate a kind of polite way of requesting something. And finally, we come across, we make use of the modal verbs as well. That is what the examples you have already come across. If you need an umbrella, I can get you one. Can. If you are going for a picnic, you should take. Again, should. That is a modal verb used there. That is what with related to the open conditional clauses are. Now let us move on to the assignment work and see how far we have understood it. If he does all the chocolates, he will be ill. What can be the appropriate form of the verb there? If he, can somebody say? Just a minute. Yes, can somebody raise the hand? No one. Okay, if he eats all the chocolates, he will be ill. Normal sentences, if he eats all the chocolates, simple present tense in the conditional clause, whereas simple future is used with the main clause, that is he will be ill. Next one, if the baby, a girl, verb to be form. If the girl, is the baby is a girl. If the baby is a girl, we are going to call her Mary. Next one. If she is late, yes, Aruna, only Aruna's hand is up. I don't know whether Aruna will be able to speak. Whether I will be able to hear you. Yes, Aruna, speak now.
Sir, if she is late, we will go without her.
Yes, if she is late, we will go without her. We will go without
Sir, one more.
Next one.
Sir, one more thing.
Pardon me?
Sir, one more thing I have to say.
Once again, please. Pardon me, please.
Sir, happy Guru Purnima.
Once more.
Sir, happy Guru Purnima.
Nothing is clear. Better. Type. Chat. All right. Next one. If you come late, they will not let you in. They will not let you in. Let me just see what is that. Will go. Yeah, we'll go without her. Absolutely. If she is late, we will go without her. All right. If you come late, they will not let you in. Next part. If Aditi Acha, this is what you said. Happy Guru Purnima. Thank you so much. Respect to the Gurus. Okay. If Aditi helps us, yes, if Aditi helps us, Mehta, you are right. If Aditi helps us, the job will only take an hour. I'm sorry, Aruna, I could not understand what you are speaking. Now I understood you are wishing happy Guru Purnima. Fine. So let us move on to the sixth part. If they like the house, they will buy it. If they like the house, they will buy it. Will they buy it? I'm sorry, will they buy it? Next part. If she refuses to help, we will have to manage without her. If she refuses to help, we will have to manage without her. You can use my phone if yours is not working. If yours is not working. If your fingerprints are on the gun, you will be charged with the murder. If your fingerprints are on the gun, you will be charged with the murder. Will be changed. Yeah, will be changed. Absolutely will be changed. Next one. If he wants more money, he will have to work harder. He will have to work harder. Will have, yes. Veda, correct answers. Will have, yes. Samradi, right answer. Everybody's answer is right. Let us move on to assignment number 2. Unless she stops working so many hours, she will get ill. We are changing unless into if clause. If she does not stop working so many hours, if she does not stop working so many hours, she will get ill. If she does not stop working so many hours, she will get ill. Next question. Work late tonight and finish the report. Begin with the if clause. If you work late tonight, comma, you will finish the report. Comma is mandatory. Subordinate clause has come before the main clause. Subordinate clause is placed before the main clause. Therefore, comma is compulsory there. Previous one also, comma is compulsory there. If she does not stop working so many hours, comma, she will get ill. She will get ill. That is the main clause. So subordinate clause was used before the main clause. Therefore, comma is mandatory in both the sentences. Let us move on to the third one. I shall not forgive him unless he apologizes to me. There you see, comma is not placed because the main clause came first. I shall not forgive him. Main clause is placed before the subordinate clause. In such cases, you do not make use of the comma at all. So the answer is, if he apologizes to me, comma, I shall forgive him. If he apologizes to me. If he apologizes to me, comma is compulsory. If clause, that is a subordinate clause, he is placed before the main clause. If he apologizes to me, I shall forgive him. Next example. You cannot go abroad unless you have a valid passport. You cannot go abroad, main clause, unless you have a valid passport, subordinate clause. Main clause is placed before the subordinate clause, no comma therefore is placed. If you have a valid passport, comma, if you have a valid passport, comma is compulsory, you can go abroad. You can go abroad. Next one. You can catch the train provided you leave before noon. You can catch the train provided you leave before noon. You can catch the train, main clause is placed first. Answer is if you leave before noon, comma, if you leave before noon. If you leave before noon, you can catch the train. Comma is mandatory there. If we solve some of our environmental problems, we will be less prone to the diseases. Unless we solve some of our environmental problems, comma, unless we solve some of our environmental problems, unless we do not solve some of our environmental problem, unless we do not solve some of our environmental problems, we will be prone to disease. We will be prone to disease. Unless we do not solve some of our environmental problems, we will be prone to diseases. I will not ride a two-wheeler unless I have a helmet on. I will not ride a two-wheeler, main clause, unless I have a helmet. If I do not have a helmet on, if I do not have a helmet on, comma, I will not ride a two-wheeler. If I do not have a helmet on, I will not ride a two-wheeler. Last question there. Unless you develop a healthy lifestyle, you will not live long. Unless you develop a healthy lifestyle, comma, you will not live long. If you develop a healthy lifestyle, comma, if you develop a healthy lifestyle, comma, you will live long. You will live long. All right, we have completed the first part of the conditional sentences. So that there are three kinds of conditional sentences. The first one is open conditional clauses, where the condition may or may not be fulfilled. There is possibility of the condition being fulfilled. At the same time, there is a possibility that the condition may not be fulfilled. Such kind of conditional sentences are called open conditional clauses. When we come across the second one, hypothetical, that is, we'll come across a condition that is likely not to be fulfilled. Okay, we will move on to that hypothetical conditional clauses in the next class. If you have to ask something, clarify something, please ask now. Ask something at least. We have no interaction all these days. Almost it's a monologue, no? during the class days? Yes, Samriddhi.
Sir, please tell the answer of assignment number 261.
Once again, please tell me. It's not audible. I am not audible. You are not audible to me.
Assignment number 261.
Sixth one. If we solve some of our environmental problems, we will be less prone. The word less is very important there. We will be less prone to diseases. So the answer is, unless we do not solve our environmental problems, we will be prone to the diseases. Unless we do not solve the environmental problems, we will be prone to diseases. Anything else to be asked? Anybody? If not, I'll be winding up the class now. See, we have only one more week left before the examination. Okay, happy Guru Purnima, sir. Thank you so much, everybody. We have only 1 week that is left for our exam. It's an earnest request from my side to give the examination sincerely. We expect a kind of sincere performance from the side of every student. We are learning the values in the school, no? So please keep up these values and give your examination sincerely. Do learn well. So you'll be getting your examination kit these days. Different classes are getting on different days so that there may not be a big gathering here in the school. So the day that is assigned to you, please come and collect the answer booklets and prepare well, give the exam very sincerely, and we expect that from your side. All right. Okay. Thank you. Have a nice day ahead.